Hey guys, welcome back to Red Devil TV. Keep or sell. Let's talk about the players who should leave, who should go. Let's talk about this whole season, the different perspectives of Ralph leaving, Ollie getting sacked, players who essentially haven't been good this season. Let's talk about everything. Let's talk about absolutely everything. And look, I think we can all agree, maybe not all agree, I think we all had our suspicions of how much success we would have under Ralph. I think a lot of people maybe went over the top with how much success we would have under Ralph before he came in. Probably me being one of them. I thought we'd be a lot better under Ralph. And look, I got to be honest, I expected us to play a lot more high energy football, attacking football. And it hasn't happened. It really hasn't happened. The only changes I've seen, look, I'm going to be completely honest. I think we have created slightly more chances between January and February when Ralph has been here for our striker. I do think Ronaldo went for a bad moment of form between January and February, where he should have been scoring chances. He was getting, versus Norwich, versus Burnley, versus Leeds. He's had chances to score and he hasn't put them away. This is the weird thing, under Ollie, Ronaldo was not getting many chances a game to score and he was putting them away. So it's been strange under Ralph, where he's had more opportunities to score. He could have had a lot more goals this season, Ronaldo, and he's been playing in the team for, I would say, 75% of the season. He hasn't had enough opportunities to score, and he's been in the graveyard shift, and he's been in one of those games where he's dropping deep and he's trying to get involved in the link-up play and the build-up play, but he's not in position where he needs to be when the ball is up there, and that's what happens. And he's had moments where he has been up there, but when he's not coming in to the midfield, everyone's saying, look at him, he's just there out by himself doing nothing and he's not getting involved. Ronaldo's just going to be one of these players where he's always going to be criticised no matter what. And he's had a difficult season for himself, I would say, particularly between January and February, where he hasn't been in good form. But I'll say for the rest of it, he's barely been in the game. He's barely been in the game and he still managed to score goals. I'm telling you, there's been games where he's looked good. I mean, against Tottenham, probably his best game of the season. Both games against Tottenham, he was fantastic. Game against Arsenal, games against in the Champions League group stages, all of them he played very well. And this is the thing. Under Ollie, we were leaking goals left, right and centre and we still managed to score. That's the thing under Ollie. We didn't create many chances for our strikers. We did not at all. But we still managed to... The players still managed to find a way to score goals at the end of the day. And under Ralph, it just seems like it's not like that. And towards the end of Ollie's tenure at Man United, it's what I'm seeing now with Ralph, where we're seeing a lot less chances created, not as much effort between the players. Between Ollie in the beginning, we saw a lot more effort in the beginning of the season than we have now under Ralph, and it just shows how we're mirroring the exact image of how the players were playing towards the end of Ollie's career at Man United, and now towards Ralph's managerial career at Man United is very similar. Not many chances created, players jogging back, players under very poor form. And look, let's get straight into it. Keep or sell. Let's get straight into the goalkeeper situation. I'll keep Henderson and De Gea. I think Henderson is going to be a player next season, which will be very interesting under Ten Hag. Ten Hag's coming in. And these players, look, clearly there's a lack of connection between the players and a lack of understanding of what's to come next season. But at this point there is, because Ten Hag will come in. Players need to understand that, players need to stop being selfish. There's a clear weakness in mentality here, in my opinion. There are games here where we're losing, or we're chasing the game where some players for me are clearly not good enough. Particularly under Ten Hag's system will not be good enough. And there are some players they need to change. And I think under Ten Hag, we'll get into this later on in the video, who will succeed. Let's get straight into the goalkeeper situation. I'll keep De Gea and Henderson. I think Henderson will be used a bit more next season, to be completely honest with you. I think De Gea, we know De Gea's weaknesses in distribution, in the sweeper keeper role. We know about De Gea's weaknesses. Definitely not one of the main problems at this football club. I think it's more of an issue than Ronaldo is the issue. I mean, for a long time, people say Ronaldo is the issue. Ronaldo is literally the last thing to worry about. He really is. I'll keep both. Right back position. I like Wan-Bissaka. Big fan of Wan-Bissaka. I honestly am. I think he's a fantastic defensive right back. World-class tackler of the ball. World-class in 1v1s. Can be positionally suspect. I think under Ten Hag, he's going to be... I don't want to say it like this, but I think he's going to be useless under Ten Hag. I think he will be used in games where him and Dalot will be interchanged a lot. I think there's a good balance between both fullbacks, but I do think that Wan-Bissaka for most games won't play. I think that Dalot will be the leading right back, which is a shame. I'll still keep Wan-Bissaka. I think he's going to be very useful. £50 million. He's not going to get sold. We're not going to get the money back for him. I'll keep him anyway. I'll keep Dalot as well. Centre-back positions, I would sell Maguire, in my opinion. I don't think he's good enough, and I don't think he's good enough in Ten Hag's system. We need a player who's quick, who will be comfortable in 1v1s. We're going to be playing a high line. We're going to be playing pressing football next season, hopefully. And Maguire's not the man for that. I would keep Lindelof because I think he's a player who's just about quick enough, who's just about good on the ball. He can be a player who can put in those long balls over the top. Look, I'm surprised Lindelof hasn't been used as a defensive midfielder yet. I think he would be good in that role. Yeah, he's not maybe quite quick enough, but not all defensive midfielders are that quick anyway. Let's be completely honest with you. So, and sometimes he can be barged off the ball when he's not the most physical centre-back, Lindelof. But I still keep him. I think he's still a good centre-back. I don't think he'll be used next season much, in my opinion. I think if we get centre-back in the summer, it'll be Varane and the next centre-back we get. Keep Varane, sell Phil Jones, so no explanations there. Bailly, he's disappeared off the face of the earth, so I would sell Bailly as well. Honestly, he hasn't played. He's he's a bit injury prone, Bailly. He can be reckless on the field. We know about Bailly. I think he's one of the players who I would like to see under Ten Hag, with his pace and his ability to recover. But he's disappeared, Bailly. Sell him. Left back, I think same thing with the right back situation. I think Telles and Luke Shaw complement each other well. I don't think there's much between them. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people claim Luke Shaw's a world class. Of course, after his brilliant last season, I don't think he's world class. Luke Shaw, I think, is a very good left back. I think Telles, again, is another player who's a very good left back. I'll say Luke Shaw slightly better. I don't think he's much better. I think they're going to interchange in the left back position next season. And I think we're similar with Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, except I think Dalot will play most of the games. Keep both. Midfielders, keep Fred. I think is a player who's going to be fantastic in Ten Hag's system. High pressing, energetic, great tackler of the ball. His physicality will be an issue. I think us playing, high energetic football, but that counter press, that press will be vital with Fred in the midfield. In the defensive midfield, Matic needs to be sold. He's too old, he's too slow. He's our best defensive midfielder, but hopefully we get one in the summer. Mata, sell, too old, he's not going to be played. McTominay, keep, bench player for me. I think him and Fred will interchange. Depends what kind of midfielder we get though. Are we going to get more of a full-out defensive midfielder? Are we going to get more of a box-to-box? We've seen players who, look, I like Declan Rice, he's a defensive midfielder, but this season he's played more of a box-to-box role. Kante, again, not really a defensive midfielder, in my opinion. More of a player who's a box-to-box everywhere. It depends who we get in the midfield. We need a defensive midfielder, or we need a player like Fred, who's better than Fred, cleaner on the ball, more physical, maybe just as quick or a bit quicker. You can trust in the midfield, and that's it. Keep McTominay, keep Fred. Am I missing anyone in the midfield? Look, Van der Beek, when he comes back, I think he'll be used. Again, very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I think next season a lot of experimenting to be had in terms of which players will be played in the midfield. Fred, Van der Beek, McTominay, Pogba, sell. Pogba, in my opinion, I would love to keep Pogba, but there's too many midfielders here. I think Van der Beek will be used under Ten Hag. And Bruno, keep. I think Bruno will succeed under Ten Hag. And this is what I'm mentioning earlier on this season. I think Bruno this season, and he has been the last two seasons, even on the games where we've won, where he's been a bit too impatient on the ball. This is my problem with Bruno. This is going to be something that Ten Hag is going to have to put in his mind. Don't be impatient on the ball. Keep the ball. And under his system, Ten Hag, we know he likes to keep the ball 65, 70% possession, high energy, high attacking football. Don't just dish out long balls and look for that magical ball that's not there. He does that all the time, especially when we're chasing a game. Under Ten Hag, that's going to slow down a lot next season, I think. I think Ten Hag is really going to put in his mind that he needs to relax with those sort of passes over the top and in between the lines or whatever, where he looks for those passes that are simply not there. Keep Bruno. Look into attack. Cavani, sell. Cavani is probably going to be fully fit for World Cup somehow and look like he's in his prime, but with us, Cavani's gone. Martial will be interesting. I like Martial. I prefer him much more on the wing. I think he's way more unpredictable on the wing when he plays. He can't play with his back to goal. Don't want to see him in a striker position. We are going to get a striker in the summer, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know about Martial. That's the one player I can't say keep or sell because I don't know what's going to happen with him. Rashford, keep. I think he's going to pick up form next season. I really do think he's going to pick up form. I think he's going to be our starting winger. We might get a winger in the summer. I don't think we will. I think we'll stay with Rashford, Sancho, keep Sancho. Ronaldo, keep. I think Ronaldo will be our starting striker next season anyway. Will be interesting to see if our new striker will partner with Ronaldo up top, either on the wing or in the front two somehow. You never know what Ten Hag has on his mind. He might want to play Ronaldo most games. It depends if we get Europa League. It depends who we get in the summer. Everything, we have to wait till the end of the season. We really need to wait and see what happens and if we get Europa or Champions League. Am I missing anyone? Look, I don't think I'm missing anyone. Guys, I'm excited. I just want the place to link up. I do want the team to just click. As soon as we click, we've seen games this season where we've clicked and the team has looked good. But inconsistency this season. A lot of inconsistencies all over the pitch, in every position. So, under Ten Hag, we have to see what happens. I really hope we get good players this summer. I want to see Palhinha come in. He's one of our targets. Ruben Neves is another player. Are we going to get 2 midfielders? Do we need 2 midfielders? We have to wait and see. I would like to see Ruben Neves come in. There are loads of players I'd love to see come in. So guys, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. What players should come in? Who should we keep? Who should we sell? Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.